So, what are the most useful skills in the AI era? First thing is the problem solving and critical thinking. Second one is the machine learning, deep learning. Uh, Third, like data science, analytics, programming, coding, creativity, and innovation. When we look at the list, like some of you probably gonna come up with their questions. Is coding still relevant? I would say totally yes. Now, for today and even for the future. So for programming and coding, it's more than just uh, the coding language itself. It's more about the thought process on how to uh, do the task on the machine or on the computer. So learning how to code or how to review the code is a very useful skill that you can understand how today's AI is helping you to do the work. The problem solving skill and critical thinking is also really critical, no matter now or in the future, because uh, for most of the AI, even though they can do really fancy tasks, but it still needs some human to initiate the idea or come up with something that can um, help the AI to achieve the goal. So with that problem solving and critical thinking skill, the students or whoever used the AI can finally achieve the goal they want to do. So for machine learning and data science skill, those are the knowledge. No matter the students or anybody, they should kind of learn what is the fundamental thing underneath this in order to improve uh, your experience with using the AI. And last thing is the creativity and innovation. It's like whenever you get the new AI tools, but where can you use it, or what can you build from these AI tools? Really relies on your creativity and innovation. So these skills are what we think are the most important skills in the AI era. Uh, and our courses will actually focus on making sure the students can uh, obtain those skills uh, that can help them to excel in the future, no matter in the job market or even though even they want to like create their startup company in the future. Those are very important. um, so our curriculum will focus on four major focus. First one is the engaging hands-on projects that is related to AI. For example, we will let students to train a model, and then you can do uh, image recognition tasks. They can figure out what is the item inside the photo. Uh, Second thing is we're gonna really focus on the real world applications, because nowadays AI can do many things, but a lot of things are probably not really related to your real world experience. So what our courses want to focus on and our projects want to focus on is to solve the your daily's problem, and then actually help the students to do better or come up with some easy way to handle daily's job. And third thing is the comprehensive understanding of AI functionality or what AI can do. This is very essential because uh, AI, even though today people thinking AI is very powerful, but AI is still quite limited. And even though people are thinking it's going to progress so fast, but with the progress, AI will probably reach a certain point in the future that it still needs humans' help. So with a comprehensive understanding of what AI can do, can really help students to do well when they are using AI. And fourth one is the industry standard tools or library. Uh, so this is actually quite interesting because this is also from my experience in the past when I first learned coding. Because we have seen many platforms, they teach students to use the programming in certain environments, but those environments doesn't really catch up what uh, uh, today's industry standard, because like the most of engineers don't use those tools, and then when they step out of the classes they just cannot build something they want because they don't know what are the good tools they should use when they need to build a project. So this is also something we are pushing forward. We try to make sure our students can be able to build something for themselves even outside of the classroom. So this is a slide actually talk a little bit deeper on why the industry standard AI tools and library are important. First, it builds the skills for the future. Even though like tools and library today may be outdated in the future, but learning how to use the tool is actually a very important skill that uh, every student or every person should need to know, because the technology nowadays is just moving so fast. Uh, like uh, like instead of catching up at all the knowledge, you should catching up with learning the best tool you can use for now, and then keep learning and keep learning. With that learning speed, it can actually make you excel no matter like how fast the world is running. I also quote from Sam Altman's. He made a tech talk on what kids should be studying in the AI day. So he specifically talked about kids should certainly need to get familiar with the tools and uh, keep up their learning speeds on the new knowledge. So that is why we say students should learn these tools as early as possible, and then they can, if they do it now, they can kind of get a head start in today's world compared to their classmates. And the second point I want to point out is as I just said, students can build their own AI projects even outside of the classroom. Because without those fundamental uh, tools or library knowledge, it's kind of hard for them to actually build something by themselves. So if they actually learn those, they will just figure out something, or just they know how to do the research and then build something by themselves. And our courses will do a step-by-step learning to help students out to have all the hands-on experience and deeper like engagement with all the modern day technologies. So what are some tools we will be using or libraries we will be using in the class? First thing is the TensorFlow and PyTorch. Those are the major libraries that all the machine learning engineers and then the data science they use every day to build a machine learning model. So this is something we want to teach students to actually kind of get into how to use them. Uh, in the past, it is kind of hard for the students to learn this library because we don't have any like language ChatGPT or language model. Like starting on AI project were so difficult. But nowadays, with all those tools, students can actually start to build something by themselves with some of the uh, uh, the result generated from the AI. So they will be able to pick up the latest AI library and then use them in their own AI project. Other than PyTorch and TensorFlow, we also have courses teaching like Pandas, NumPy, and like Jupyter Notebook, all those like common tools inside of machine learning, like in the machine learning industry. So those are very good tool they should start with, and then progress into become better in building AI. So what are some benefits for the school by taking the courses? You can prepare students for future careers in tech and AI. It also aligns with like the STEM education initiatives. It will also help students to innovate and think critically about what technology is, and then just prepare them to see what AI can turn into something that is more far beyond what we think now. So now I'll go into the section to talk about the three levels of courses we're going to offer. So first course we're going to offer is the beginner AI course. And in the beginner AI course, we will focus on talking about the general concept of machine learning, neural network basics. We're also gonna demystify the AI because like nowadays people have a lot of thought about AI, but uh, the fact about AI is it's usually not something we just hear about. It's actually doing a lot of different things than we currently can see. So in this beginner AI course, we're going to help students to build up a good knowledge base to help them identify what is the AI trend today and what they can use AI to do something. Also, we're going to explore a few practical applications. For example, like the music generation uh, software, image generation software, and a few many interesting generative AI tools. We also have a project that students to understand how today's gaming AI is built. For example, like when Google launched AlphaGo in 2016, like it was a shock to the whole industry. And then in our course, we're gonna let students we will help students to understand how Google start with that project and gradually turn this AI model into something that is very capable of playing the chess. Um, Yeah, so that's our beginner AI course. And second, I want to talk about the intermediate AI course. So intermediate AI course, we will start to focus on more on the actual coding skill. We will in the beginning of the course, we will give an introduction to Python for beginners or some refreshers for some of the students who may have the experience in coding. And later we will progress into something that is more related to AI and machine learning. So we will teach students how to use the NumPy and Pandas to do the data manipulation and analysis. So it will help them to understand whenever they receive some data or they are able to collect some data in the real world, how can they turn the data into something they can apply to use they can use to train the AI. And the third thing is definitely introduction to the core AI techniques and algorithm. So today's AI algorithm are plenty, but we are focused on some of the most important ones, like what is a neural network, how neural network can turn today's ChatGPT into such a powerful model. And last one, we're going to offer a few like very interesting machine learning projects from bug detection or Titanic survival predictions. Those projects will help students to uh, understand how today machine learning engineers or data scientists how they can actually build a machine learning model. And the last one is also the very interesting one, and we have seen many students are very engaging in this course. Is the advanced AI course we offer. So in this course, we're going to have a deeper study on the advanced machine learning paradigms. Compared to the previous course, you will go deeper into the reinforcement learning nowadays, how it actually turn uh, a computer to make it understand how to play, how to uh, perform some tasks in the optimal way. So in this course, we're going to offer a few projects that let the students to build the gaming AI agent, so you can play the game or even control the robot to do some tasks in the real world. And third one is in our projects, we also have the opportunities to let students to do some fine tuning on the model and tune the parameters or change the training optimization strategies to improve the machine learning's performance or training efficiency. So those are a little bit deeper into how today's machine learning work. And we also provide like a very good section for how today's natural language processing work. Because for today's ChatGPT, Claude, all those language model, they're relying on the natural language processing techniques or architecture. So our courses will offer a very good opportunity for students to actually go deeper understanding on what NLP is and how it can actually shape today's our our AI software. So next session, I'll go over two example projects that we have in our courses. Um, so first one is the taxi problem with the Q-learning. Um, I don't know if any of you know about Q-learning. So Q-learning is a very important algorithm in reinforcement learning. So it actually can help an AI agent learn how to find the most optimal solution in a unknown environment. For example, in this slide on the GIF on the right side, you can see a taxi is keep moving and looking for the place to pick up uh, the human, and then once it pick up the human, it will drive the human to the destination the human wants. And then how to make the AI understand what is the best strategy to find a human and then deliver the human to the destination. It is a very challenging problem. So in our course or in our project, we're gonna offer this opportunity to let students to try it out for themselves to build this Q learning algorithm, uh, and then they can like test out their algorithm in the game. So the Q learning nowadays is quite important. It's used in many areas in AI. For example, the most obvious thing here is the gaming AI. You can play the taxi game right here. It also does a huge impact on AlphaGo's initial Go chess training. Uh, so also like without this Q learning algorithm, we nowadays robotic cannot like function by itself. Because like for example, when Tesla they initially built Optimus, they are also using the Q learning algorithm to help them to build an AI that can actually function by itself. Other than the robotic and game AI, it also does a very fancy job on the large language model reasoning. Because reasoning is also something that has some goal. So, like recently launched ChatGPT o1 model, it does a very good job on reasoning on some questions. How they train the model is using this Q learning algorithm to figure out whenever you see the questions, how can you progress into the next thought, and then even further into the final answer the human wants. So this is the power of Q learning and how it is shaping the today's AI. So this project, we will let students to first implement the Q learning algorithm, and then second, once they implement the algorithm, they will solve the taxi game in, inside the project. Later, once the AI is able to do the game well, we will try to let students to optimize the model's performance and let it pick the passenger and drop out the passenger in the shortest routes. And after all, we will let students to try it out even more on how to improve the overall training process and improve the model accuracy. So those are the the project goal we will try to achieve in this project. So the learning object for this project is to have a deeper understanding over the reinforcement learning and the agent training process. And students will definitely get a chance to debug the unexpected issues from the model training and have a better engineering mindset on how to solve the machine learning problems. And they will during this process they will definitely learn how to analyze how the AI agent perform and how to visualize the training model by using the pandas or any libraries, not the popular libraries nowadays in machine learning industry. And another project I also want to talk about is the image classification with dog and cat. It's a very interesting project that is also very practical in the today's world because nowadays, like all of our, I think, um, so for anybody who are using the smartphone now, you probably already have some image classification functionality in the in the camera app. So basically, if you download the Google iPhone app or the Android app, there is a button you can open the camera, and then you can use the camera to recognize the item, and then it will just tell you what this item is. So the technology behind such functionality is using the general image classification uh, functionality. Uh, so in this course or in this project, we will try to teach students how to build such a model to distinguish the image between dogs and cats. And then later, if they are interested in like make the model to recognize more animals, we also offer the strategy or the process on how to collect the correct data and then feed it into the model to make the model better or make it uh, more capable of recognize more items. Um, and what is the image classification real world applications? I mean, other than the phone app I just talked about, it actually does many cool things, such as medical imaging. For example, in today's healthcare, when patients they have some X-ray images, uh, sometimes we will put those images into the machine learning model first to get some initial analysis. And then you just help the today's doctor to speed up their process of analyzing. Because most of the time that a doctor, they need to spend time to look into the details of each image. And then sometimes if they're tired, they can miss. So if they can delegate the work to machine learning to do the initial analysis, you will save them a lot of time. So this real world application is getting popular in the healthcare industry. And second thing is autonomous vehicles. Like for today's self-driving functionality, you definitely need to recognize the items on the street in order to know what is the strategy to bypass it. So the object detection and object recognition is using the same technology as we offer. Um, of course, the real world application also involving like social media content moderation and the wildlife monitoring and conservation. Those are like some interesting application for the image classification. So, what is the project overview, and what does the students need to do for this project? So, so for this class, students should build a convolution neural network through the guidance, and then they will train a model to distinguish between what is the dog photo and what is the cat photo. Once they're capable of recognize the category of the image, we will move it to the higher accuracy on the test data. For example, like if we put a image uh, with something that looks like a cat, how can you improve your accuracy of the model? So this type of the exercise will be covered in our project. And we are also trying to focus on the data augmentation techniques, uh, that how can we prepare a good a training data set to make our model to perform better. So this is a very important subject that um, like how the machine learning engineers must have before they start to train the model. So this will be something we definitely will cover in our project. And the learning objects, as I just discussed, first thing is to understand the convolution neural network. What does it do? What it can be capable of doing? So those are something we will discuss. I mean, maybe when you see the convolution neural network, you think it's a very hard subject, but actually it's not. Uh, Many machine learning subjects are actually like it is very close to what humans way of doing things. For example, like neural network itself is initially was designed to simulate what human brain does, because human brain is also constructed by a lot of neurons. And then with the simulation to what human does, we can actually make it capable of doing many tasks that humans are doing. So that's why in our courses, we will try to let the students understand better on this subjects. Also, one objective we want students to have is they will learn how to do some data processing or the image pre-processing, so they know how to prepare a good image. Like for example, when they receive the image for dog and cat, how can they sort of prepare it to fit into model for training? Okay. Yep. And next thing is we're gonna handle some imbalanced data sets. So for many data sets, may be hard for a model to train. How do we like balance out how much data we need to use it for training, how much data we need to use it for testing? And the last thing is how to evaluate the model performance. Yeah, so those are the major learning objectives we want we want our students to obtain after the courses. Okay, so we will run into the discussion session. We will have a few questions. I want each teachers like uh, if you have some ideas, can you just like post your answer in the chat, and I will see if we can come up with some better idea on your answer. So first questions, uh, what do you guys think? Like teaching AI concepts can enhance the critical thinking or the problem solving skills across different subjects? Anybody want to answer? You guys can type into the chat. Oh, nice. This is a computer science. Yeah, it is. Yeah, mostly it's computer science subject and entrepreneurship, true. But I think as we saw in the Nobel Prize, today's I think science is also innovated by the AI technology. For example, AlphaFold, the that project launched by DeepMind in Google, they actually construct the uh, uh, protein structure by using AI. So uh, that process actually reduced the scientists from using few years to using few days to actually build that protein structure. So uh, so AI is actually doing uh, a different way, is changing the ways how we do the science. But probably like it's kind of broad questions that uh, it may have impact on or yeah, I mean even for the arts, you can actually create music from the by using AI or create very pretty images by using the generative AI tool. Anyone else interested in answering this question? Okay. Um, okay. Yeah, I have one last question after this. Uh, what are some concerns do you have about? Uh, oh, let me check. Yeah, I think it can help students understand better how AI works. They can practice problem solving too. Yeah, exactly. Uh, so, like when they use AI, it actually help them uh, to like when they know the AI, they know how to prompt ChatGPT nowadays, and then they can learn things faster uh, than other people. So yeah, that's a very good answer. So Andre, yeah, you just proposed like very important for schools to teach the latest technology. What kind of support the school have from Digital Media Academy? So for each teachers, do you have um, anything you guys want us to provide to actually introduce the course? Oh, so we use AI in our schools to teach kids. Our classroom don't have teachers, and students are taught through various AI tools. Wow, that's interesting. So you already have a smart classroom uh, in your school. Yeah, yeah, exactly. This allows them to move at their own pace. Okay. Omar said the main concern is about the availability of the AI. Many countries have restrictions on popular AI tools. Yes, that is one of the concern we receive from many teachers. But we do think each country they still have their own AI tool, even though they cannot use ChatGPT. But usually there will be like some other company that offer a different AI tool. Uh, like they can kind of do a replacement over the popular one. Oh yeah, Stephen said it's hard to find the right instructor with computer science strength. Yes, that was the problem. But like nowadays, I think language model can speed can help many instructors to prepare for the AI courses or computer science courses because whenever instructor doesn't know anything, they can kind of check with the AI tool to get some initial answer. But I mean, in the beginning, it may be a little bit harder, but as the tool usage or like the instructor go over our courses, they may get more familiar with how AI works today. So for even for the instructor, you can learn how to become a better engineer or computer scientist in a fast paces. Anyone else is also interesting in answer? Okay, Steven. Okay, have a good evening. Okay. Yeah, that's all for my presentation. I will hand over to Glenn to uh, talk a little bit more about uh, Digital Media Academy. Oh, Omar has more answer. Uh, and so you also said we have found that kids are learning at a minimum of 2 times compared to mainstream school, and have found this particular advantage for gifted and talented kids. Uh, our questions on your specific courses, as is teacher led, how adaptive are they to allow kids to learn at their own pace? Um, so our course have different way of teaching. So we can do partial the courses in the classroom. If some kids they are interested in doing more than just what we teach in the class, they can actually do some actual activities that improves the overall project from the course-led project. So we will offer that flexibility that you can teach either way. If the teacher thinks like for some of the course content is easier to just let students learn by themselves, it's actually pretty easy. We can just give them the project file, and then they will just use our project guidance step by step to do something to build their own AI project.